Good morning and welcome. It is Thursday, the 28th of July. I am Flat Cap Callum. I am hoping you all very, very well. Welcome to Galway Day 4, Goodwood Day 3, and Thursday, the statistically second best day of the week for the channel. Wednesday is now the new best day of the week for the channel. All right. Clearly, we had a good day yesterday, and I can't tell you how delighted I am just for everybody who's stuck with me, because I have complete faith in what I'm doing. I know I come on here and I might not always sound confident. I'm running a YouTube channel and I'm putting out horses, so it pays to not be overconfident and not too polished with these things. I'm really used to, I've been doing it for a long time, I'm used to the long runs that we go on where it doesn't go so well. The challenge I have is putting it on a video. I've got used to it from a betting point of view, from fluctuations and profit and loss. What I'm not used to, and what I'm trying to learn through is just working through that, doing videos, because when you go through these bad 2, 3, 4 weeks, to come on every day and it feel a bit dour, it sort of takes the enjoyment out of doing the videos. But yesterday is a day when it was all worthwhile, because the point is, I started doing this to see if anyone was interested in following what I'm doing, because I make money myself, and I'm just trying to help people who normally don't necessarily win long term by following anything I'm saying, whether it's advice, whether it's the tips, whatever it might be. And yeah, delighted for absolutely everybody who placed those bets yesterday, who put their blind faith in someone they've never met before, and just following what I'm saying, because I don't waver from the path. There was a bit of chat yesterday about prices. Prices are there to tell you if there is value. Never ever be scared of a price. So yeah, as I said earlier in this week, if a price that I've picked out here and put on the channel and you see it drifting, like Favourite Moon did earlier in the week and International Angel did yesterday, that is the point where you want to pile on a little bit more money, because there's more value. Just because most people disagree with the selection, it doesn't matter. So I'm pretty confident I've proved myself on 6 months of doing this video. I have got a very good knack for finding a big price horse lurking in the market, and whether that's handicap race or like International Angel yesterday in a group class race, I'm not putting them out for the sake of it. I'm not having a go at a price just to see. It is a lot of research and work and goes into it. All right. There is the opening monologue to follow on yesterday. Statistically, the best day we've had on the channel. It's certainly not a jackpot day. We don't not a lot of winners, but I think I worked it out. It was 72 times what the bet was, and roughly speaking, I think it's about 500 to 1 quad place, something like that. So most of you hopefully have done very well out of that yesterday. Now, we will go through a full review of yesterday and I will go into today's bets. But as you all know, I will now go through my health warnings. Just because yesterday was fantastic, the day before was very good, and ultimately in the last 8 days, we had Sunday, we lost £5, and we've made profit every other day in the last 8 days, which is pretty unheard of. It doesn't mean I'm in bang amazing form or I'm picking out Galway and Goodwood. It all clicked yesterday. The day before that, I had one bet where it clicked on one bet. Yesterday, stuff was clicking all over the show. It doesn't necessarily stand to reason that today it will happen again. So the way to come out of this week in profit is to carry on betting in the same way and not get carried away with the energy and excitement, because it was a really good day on Tuesday and then a fantastic day Wednesday, because it is the most likely outcome of today, when you get to the end of today, is to feel a bit whether we win or whether we lose. You probably are very unlikely to win what we won yesterday. So whether we win £50 today, it'll actually if we did do that, it'll feel like a loss, because it won't be what yesterday is, and that's part of the excitement and the way the chemicals work in your brain when you're winning. So just be pre-warned. I'm warning you now. At the end of today, whether we win or lose, unless we trump yesterday, it will feel like an anticlimax, and you'll feel like, oh. So if we make a profit today, I will be delighted, whether it is £1 or £500. Profit is profit. So yeah, be prepared for that. If you are feeling positive about what you're doing and you want to up the stake, think about this in this terms. Why would you suddenly just double what you've been doing because you've had a good run? The way to build your stake is to add it in small percentages. So look at what you've been doing, and if you think you're on a nice place last week, then maybe if you're going to up your stake, up it by 5%, 10%. Do not just double your stake because yesterday was good, because I can just as easily, it was slim margins yesterday, and we lost out on a few as well, to be fair, which would have been even better, but we got a few our way, and it's very easy to lose it all. So if you do want to up your stake, 5-10% is what you should be looking at, not doubling it and trebling it and quadrupling it. So the best thing to do with that cash that you won yesterday is withdraw it, spend it on something nice, treat the people around you, loved ones. So I know some people, yesterday someone messaged and gave it to charity. Amazing. If you want to do that, put it in a high interest savings account, pay off some debts, whatever it is. Do not reinvest that money. That is money you have made, you've taken back from the bookmakers, and for a lot of you that's money that that's your money they've had for a long time, and you've just got a bit of it back. All right. Thus ends the sermon. We'll get into the review of yesterday and today's bets. And I said today was going to be a quieter day. I've worked it out as a stake and 3/4. So it was a £35 stake. I thought it was going to be a lot lighter than that. But yeah, the way I've configured the bets, it just sort of it was centering on that point. I didn't want to double stake it, and it felt like it was worth doing a little bit more than stake and a half. So we're staking 3/4 today, £35. Right, review. Let's spin through this, otherwise this video will be on forever. What do we start? We started off nicely. Inverness got placed. It was the value horse. I mean, pretty much across the meeting at Goodwood yesterday. I was in. Well, to be fair, most meetings I was in the right place. Just one of them days. And those of you who've watched a long time, I had a day like that at Ascot, and I had a few days like that at Cheltenham. Day one of Ascot, and yeah, there was a couple of days like that at Cheltenham. It just pings, but also health warning. Ascot and Cheltenham. Ascot, I lost Friday, Saturday, and last 2 days, and Cheltenham I lost the last day. So whether that will happen again now and the juggernaut will run out of steam, I don't know. I don't know if that's just coincidence, but anyway, Inverness Place, best value horse in that race. Beautiful Eyes then also snagged a place for Sky. It was 4th, so it was a double on there. And then unfortunately Bowman went from the front and couldn't quite hold on to a place, ran with credit. So 2 places there for Sky, and anyone else 1 place on that first pattern bet. Then bet 2 was the one we thought we'd missed our opportunity on this one. First horse, International Angel. I couldn't believe it went 66s. That was unreal. And then watching the race, definitely thought that was nailed on to win, and it got done on the line, which is gutting. When it's 66-1, we wouldn't have had another winner with it, but to have a nice 66-1 winner on the board would have been good. Then Modern Games was the right horse to be on, to follow in by Eid. Then that was the absolute kicker, Maristica. William Buick just stopped riding it to the line, and there was a real close fast finisher who took him, and that cost us the quad place on that one. Then Tussarak just nailed the line for 6th place, which was good enough for Sky. So if you were with Sky, you got it as a place treble. If you were anywhere else, you got the double, but actually the double with the 66-1 was worth quite a bit. And the single also on 66-1, so it wasn't too much different there, depending on bookmaker. Then bet 3 was the one I kind of put out as what I thought was my main one. Dance Fever placed in the first leg, 14. San Salvador and Tushu Tom were probably only 2 of the only disappointing horses I had yesterday, to be fair. And then Durasso almost got there to the line, but was pipped. So it was a place double with an additional single on Durasso. Then in the cross doubles, we had Dance Fever. If you had Sky, you also had Tussarak. And then going on to this, unfortunately, Accelerator Express fell, but Durasso and Battle of Doyen. So that was a really nice cross doubles bet. So outside of the main return, it was an independently really nice bet. So to get 4 horses placed at those prices was nice. And then we had this one, and again it was a Sky one. So Sadie's Pride nagged 6th at 22 to 1, and then we had that going on to 5 horses, and we ended up having Outback Flyer won the race and Hop Hornbeam placed, and Vicio was 1 out the place and almost got three place doubles there, but 2 we took it, so we made profit on that bet. Bet 6, Sadie's Pride 6th. The other Lunar Display disappointing. Accelerated Express fell, as we said. So Sky got a quid back. No one else did. And then Bet 7 was the one that we were waiting for at the end. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Outback Flyer went and won. SP'd at 11s. Battle of Doyen was 5th, 28 to 1. I think was the SP. Alhiers, that was the one that only paid out for Sky, Bet365, Paddy and Betfair, but it snagged 4th place, and then Away to the Sea backed into 14 to 1, went out the back, went wide, and still managed to stay on and grab 5th to give us quad places 2 days in a row. But as most of you appreciate, a quad place at those prices pays some really, really decent money. So yeah, and also there was additional singles on all of those. I didn't do it on the top one, which is one that won, but we're not going to worry about that now. So all of that was lovely. So for the channel bets, and I put the full breakdown on yesterday's review. 40 on yesterday, 547.88, which basically was just over £500 profit. And that actually doubles the profit margin for the channel. So the channel was ahead, but now clearly the profit and loss looks fantastic. So from a horse's point of view, for the 6 months of the year, we're running at 26.8%, and sports overall is 22.8% because the golf is still a bit of a bugbear. So yeah, delighted with where the stats are. The thing with it is, you need really, you can get away with not having a bet like that through a year. And still making profit but you get 1, 2, 3 like that, then your profit and loss looks fantastic. But yeah, so who knows when the next one's going to be. We've gone back to back quad places, but you need some prices, and in that bet there were some prices. So on the whole today, the prices are lower than yesterday. That being said, I got a couple, and I'm sure Bet 4 is the one that people are going to get excited about. So watch out for Bet 4 today. Don't lose your head though. All right, so here's what we've got. So we're predominantly Goodwood Galway, but I have got one little evening bet because Galway's on in the afternoon today. So Galway's been on in the evening most this week. Afternoon today, so Galway and Goodwood both afternoon. Tomorrow Galway's on the evening again. Then Saturday they're both in the afternoon. Hopefully that makes it clear. So this is my sole Goodwood Lucky 15. More stuff going on at Galway, I would say today. 150, we're starting off Natural World 12s. 3 o'clock Cresta 40 to 1. 410 XJ Rascal 11s, and 445 Shamlan 15 to 2. The standard 20p each way Lucky 15. All bets apart from the last bet, which is the non-Galway Goodwood bet, I would advise Sky across the board again today. So just on balance, on every race, every bet, there's 1 or 2 races they're slightly better. So there are a few other individually races where bookmakers are offering same terms. On balance, I'd go with Sky for all of them except Bet 6. So that's a 20p each way, Lucky 15 to start us off with at Goodwood. Then we've got the first of the Galway Lucky 15s. There's 2 of these. 210 Western Run 17 to 2, 320 Dadilion 15 to 2, 505 Vina Ardanza 16s, and 540 Dammit 8 to 1. 20p each way, Lucky 15. That is bet 2. Bet 3 is the only cross Goodwood Galway one, and it's another Lucky 15. It's the slightly lower one for bet value. 3 o'clock Goodwood, we're starting off with a biggie there. Mescala 22s, 535 Concert Hall 15 to 2, and then the 320 Galway. I haven't written those in time order. I've done the Goodwood 2 and then the Galway 2. I'm conscious that's not necessarily in numerical order. 320 Galway Aurora Princess 8s and 505 Galway My Mate Mozzie 8s. 18p each way, lucky 15. That's a 540 bet. And I know people are going to look at it and go, three of them in single figures. It's not very exciting. I said yesterday, I've been waiting for yesterday's Wednesday since last week. It was the best day for this week. All right, bet 4 is the one. This is the one that everybody's come for. And if I'd done this first video on the channel and no one ever knew me, you'd think I was absolutely taking the piss. And now I'm putting this up there and people are going to get excited. So it is what it is. These horses some of them are big prices and they are therefore likely to get turned over. But I think there is value in the prices. So where we're going, Galway, the main bet for the day, 320, Miss Myers, 80 to 1, rank outsider. I think the market's got it wrong. I think that is an unreal price, 80s. I've said that, it'll probably go for 150s, won't it? 355, Silken Ladder, 66s. I think that is an incredibly generous price. Sky are 6 on that one, most bookies are 5, but there are quite a few that are 4, so you can have that bet single with other bookmakers and get best price guaranteed. So have a little shop around for singles on Silken Ladder. Then we're going the 505 Galway Tudor City 20s, and then 540 Galway Magnetic North. We're finishing off on a measly 11 to 1. So it's a 20p each way, lucky 15, and we've got singles on those 4. So I think that is the only singles I've done today. Just all on this 4. So this is my main Galway bet. That is bet 4. And then bet 5. This is the one cross doubles bet I've got today. I've gone for these two, my favourite races. 320 Didilion, Aurora Princess and Miss Myers, going on to the 505 Tudor City, Vina Ardanza and My Mate Mozzie. 9 cross 20p each way doubles. So that's doubles, all combinations. I'm conscious I'm saying all this stuff. There'll be a bunch of people watching this video that have never watched before because they've got wind. We had a good day yesterday. If anyone has any questions about the betting configuration or how to put the bets on, shove it in the comments. I'm happy to answer. That's bet 5. And then finally, we didn't have anything outside Galway Goodwood yesterday. Today, we've got a little evening interest. So this is our evening interest. And this one is best place with Hills or Coral. But double check. So standard terms on that race. This race is 7 runners, but Sky and Hills and Coral have gone 3 places. So Hills and Coral, you should get best price guaranteed. If you're out in a shop, make sure they are paying 3 places in shop. I'm not sure if it is or if it's just online. And then that is standard terms. So it is slightly better to put this on with Hills or Coral. So we've got 7 o'clock Epsom, Saxon Scene at 14s. Then the 8 o'clock Epsom, Otago at 8s. And then I've split the last leg, 8.45 Human East and Master Grey, both at 14s, and the 8.45 at Salisbury. So that's 5 cross 30p each way doubles and 2 times 25p each way trebles. It's a £4 little evening interest bet. So if the day's gone terrible at Galway and Goodwood, this is what we're down to. This little funky little bet I've done for the evening. All right, that is it for today. As far as the golf goes, it's only really just got started, and our first one out's James Morrison, and he's not playing very well in terms of the leaderboard, so he's 1 over at the moment. Most of them get going around lunchtime, and there's a few in the evening. So we'll see how we go on the golf. It was gutting last week on the golf because we nearly landed a nice win. But we'll see how we go. And then I'll be back in the morning. And then, I'm unfortunately or not, whichever way you look at it, we've got at least 2 more days of this. So Friday and Saturday are busy days. I'm expecting them to be double stake days, both of them. I'm really waiting to see what Saturday looks like for the Stewards Cup and Stewards Cup consolidation race at Goodwood. They're really good races to get involved in, but it can be an absolute melee. So we'll see how we go. All right. Thank you very much for every single person who watches my videos, likes it, if you've subscribed, makes comments. I just massively appreciate everybody, because if people didn't interact with the channel, there'd be no point in me doing it. I'd just be talking to a wall. I do that enough anyway. So all of the stuff that you guys do to interact with is brilliant. And then this new weird thing that YouTube have done, like super like chat or super like thing where people are giving me money. I don't even know how it works. I haven't got the money yet. I need to work that out. But yeah, I haven't done this to get money off other people. I don't charge for anything. I never will charge for my tips. I'm not about that. If my tips are that good, then I should be making money off them, shouldn't I? And clearly the channel had a good day yesterday. You can imagine I did all right yesterday. I think it was my second or third best day of the year. So yeah, so if I'm that good, I don't need to take money off other people and charge for my tips. But for any person who's then giving me a little tip or whatever it looks like, I'm not quite sure. I'm like just really humbled because I haven't done it for that. I'm not here for the money now. I haven't monetised the channel. I think YouTube owed me a couple £100, which I haven't got yet either. But I'm not making a living from YouTube. So just to be absolutely clear, I'm doing it as a bit of a hobby on the side because I bet every day. So yeah, just massively grateful for everybody. I know I've said it tons of times, but most people who interact are just super decent folk, and you just don't expect it, and it's lovely. So thanks very much. Enjoy your day. That was a really long video. I do apologise, but hopefully you'll appreciate we had a lot to talk about. Thanks very much. Cheerio.